Welcome to another walk and talk. Today looks a little bit different. I'm coming live from my kitchen. I'm going to be moving around a little bit here. I'm cooking breakfast. This is me multitasking. I hear this a lot of times. Oh, like you work out all day. That's your job. And it's easy for you to eat healthy. I want you to know that it's not. I have to make the decision, just like you, to get in my protein, to eat breakfast just like everyone else. My husband travels a lot for work. This morning I was on my own with the kids and I take them to school. There's no bus. It would be very easy for me to skip my breakfast because I have a lot of work to do. Unfortunately, being an online trainer is very different than being an in-person trainer, and the fact that I sit a lot. I'm not up like I used to be when I was seeing people in person. So I have to be intentional. It's a desk job. Yes, I coach my workouts, but that's my one workout, just like it is your one workout. So I do sit a lot during the day. So I have to be intentional with, my walking pad. I really try to get outside because the fresh and the vitamin D is really good for me. So today's breakfast is going to be probably about 46 grams of protein. I would guess. I'm cooking my 2 eggs. This is my go-to breakfast. I'm cooking my 2 eggs with 1 egg white. I'm going to put those on the stove and I'm going to get my oatmeal going. If you are somebody who is on the go, has to be out the door for work, you can use hard-boiled eggs for this breakfast. It could be an easy grab and go. I do instant oatmeal. I do Purely Elizabeth. I love this oatmeal because it has 5 grams of protein already in it. And it actually also has 6 grams of fiber. Did you know that fiber is so important in midlife, more important than it ever was in anywhere else? So I need y'all to be also getting your fiber. Don't worry. In my Full Strong program, this is something I talk about as a part of our daily 4 nutrition framework. So I'm going to go put this in the microwave. I'll be right back. It's 90 seconds in the microwave. That's it. Okay, so my eggs are going. My oatmeal's in the microwave. I am preparing. This is a quick breakfast. It's like less than 10 minutes in reality. And one thing I want to teach you, one last thing I want to teach you about that breakfast is it's okay to automate it. Steve Jobs, he wore the same thing every day. He had a few shirts the same colors because he wanted to take away that decision fatigue. And a lot of times that's where we get tripped up with our nutrition and with our fitness, is that we're thinking about what do we do? What do we eat? What workout should we do? We're searching YouTube. Should I do this? Should I do this? I am taking away decision fatigue for you. Find a couple breakfasts that work. By the way, I like my eggs crispy. Find a couple breakfasts that work and rotate them. Y'all, I eat eggs, cottage cheese, and oatmeal almost every day for breakfast, but it doesn't always feel the same because I'm always eating my eggs differently. I'm always putting different fruit on top of my oatmeal and different toppings on top of my oatmeal. So I'm changing it up with the season. In the winter, I tend to do a lot of apples or bananas on my oatmeal. In the summer, I do more berries. I'm actually doing blueberries today because I do have them on hand. I change the things that go on top of my oatmeal based on the season. That is a way to automate what you're doing, especially if you're a working mom. You need to have these breakfasts that work for you that you can grab and go super quickly. My oatmeal's done. I'm going to teach you how I increase protein in my oatmeal. Hold tight. This is cinnamon oatmeal, by the way. This Purely Elizabeth brand has classic cinnamon. They have chocolate, every flavor that I've had, I love. I use a whey protein. I use Clean Simple Eats. I love this. Here's the trick. Don't do a full scoop. Do a half scoop. Yes, it still adds an additional 10 grams of protein. So 5 grams in my oatmeal plus 10 right here. That's 15 grams just in my oatmeal. But remember, the goal is 30 to 40 grams at breakfast. So that's just 15. So that's why I also have my eggs and I'm also having my cottage cheese. Big breakfast, satiety until lunch. That's the point. So I put my protein powder in there. Guess what? I'm going to stir it around. And then a lot of times The reason I don't do a full scoop is because it gets chalky. So I'm gonna stir it around, but a lot of times I add just a little dash, like maybe a tablespoon of water, just a little extra water so that it's not chunky. It's nice and creamy. It's so good. I literally look forward to my oatmeal every single day. I love it so much. Okay. That's done. Then I'm going to top my oatmeal with my blueberries. Blueberries are also great fiber, good carbs. Carbs are not bad, by the way. I want you to stop thinking that carbs are bad. Too many carbs are bad. Not the right amount of carbs are bad. Eating the carbs at the wrong time are bad, but you need them. And this is something I really go in depth with in my fat loss formula. So if you are thinking about strong and you're like, and I need the nutrition part, you are going to see the best results with the fat loss formula in strong together. I know it is an investment. And I will say that people who do my fat loss formula with strong have 100% the best results. Here's the even better thing. I teach them how to eat for life. Andrea has been able to maintain her 20-pound fat loss, not weight loss, fat loss, because the fat loss formula taught her not just how to eat for fat loss, it taught her how to eat after as well, so that she is not continually jumping from low carb to some diet that sends you meal plans to all the different things. I was able to teach her how to do this for life. Huge benefit. I want you to know how to eat for life. I also want you to teach your kids how to do that. I have my eggs. I have my cottage cheese. I'm eating this whole container of cottage cheese with my breakfast. I love this cottage cheese. It's so delicious. I put it with my eggs. Also, some of my clients scramble this in there and it makes their eggs extra good. Okay, so I have my eggs, I have my cottage cheese, I have my oatmeal. I'm gonna, with topped with berries. I'm actually gonna do a little bit of almonds on here. Friends, I have to tell you a secret. These are not protein. Nuts are not protein. Stop eating nuts thinking they're protein. That could be a huge problem if you're doing that, because nuts in general are more fat than they are protein, and they are things that people overeat all the time. I can eyeball this because I've been doing this for a long time. One serving is 1 tablespoon. That's all I'm putting in there. That's it. You know what I see? I see people literally just pouring this kind of stuff on their food, on their salads, on their oatmeal, and they wonder why they can't lose fat. They wonder why they are stuck, because they are overeating on things that are high in calorie, like nuts. I'll be right back. I'm going to go eat my breakfast, and then I'm going to answer some questions. By the way, this is so good. Okay, I am back. That breakfast was so good. Now you are getting literally the unfiltered version today. And that's what you get a lot when you work with me. You've seen the workouts. I don't have this huge get up studio. It's just quick, effective workouts that work for midlife women. This is why Strong continues to grow and I continue to build my team, is because it works. I don't have people who leave. I want to tell you something really outstanding that I'm really proud of. I wanted to share this with you. When I launched Strong in 2020, again, this was not meant to be a forever thing for me. I'm a trained principal. I went to school to be a principal. I intended to go back to work to be a principal once I got my kiddo to kindergarten. That was our family's plan. And then this happened. And I do feel very, very blessed. And I believe that God put this in my life for a reason. I was praying to him, show me what you want me to do with my life, and this happened. I don't find it a coincidence. I find it a God wink. But I say this and I tell you this because this is how I know that this is the best program on the market. The original 40 people who were with me that first round in 2020, guess what? 90% of them are still with me. That means in June, when Strong celebrates 5 years, they will be celebrating 5 years with me. That right there is a testament. And honestly, it's not just those people. It is the people who have joined one session and they continue to go on from session to session. By the 8 weeks, you are 100% going to be stronger, and you're probably going to need to invest in another set of dumbbells. You can find them on Facebook Marketplace. You can find them at garage sales. You can find them at the Goodwill. You can find them at Play It Again Sports. And sometimes Amazon has great deals. You will find that you're going to get stronger and you're going to need those. In addition to that, you will need some resistance bands. And as soon as you register for Strong, you will get a welcome email and it will have the link to the long resistance bands and the short resistance bands. They are under $20. So you will need those items. I'm sure some of you probably have them laying around, or ask a family member. People like give those away all the time. So that's another question I keep getting. One of the big questions I'm getting is, what is the difference between the Strong by itself and the nutrition that I teach in Strong and the fat loss formula? This is a great question. The fat loss formula is a personalized nutrition plan. This is personalized for you, okay? I take into consideration your body, your goals. You have the opportunity to get on calls with me and be like, hey, Holly, this is what I've been eating in a day. How can I make this better? How can I make this work? That is a big piece of it. Is it's very personalized. The Strong on its own has a framework that you follow. Both of them, I will know how you are doing, because on your daily to-dos, you will have the Strong nutrition framework on your to-dos. And if you choose the fat loss formula, you will have your daily nutrition plan on your to-dos. So can you get results with both? Yes. Amanda was able to do Strong with the Strong framework and lose massive amounts of inches. Her before and after photos are incredible with just the Daily 4 framework. However, when she wanted to get to the next level to lose even more fat, she needed to add in the fat loss formula. So if you're just at the very beginning of starting, you have like no idea about nutrition, then I would say, yeah, you can do Strong with the daily nutrition framework and you're going to get results. If you're like, I've been messing around with nutrition, I've had some success, but now I need to take it to the next level, or you want a little bit more accountability, a little bit more personalized attention, adding in the fat loss formula is going to be the way to go. Also, if you're like, have no idea what to eat, the fat loss formula is going to be your good option, because every week I'm going to give sample meal plans. So basically, the fat loss formula is literally a sneak peek into my kitchen. You saw what I just had for breakfast. That's what I'm doing in the fat loss formula. I'm showing you how a busy mom of 3, I coach volleyball. I run a business. My husband travels for work. He also runs a business. I am going to show you how I make healthy happen in my home and do it in a way that's sustainable for my goals and also for my family. It is very important for me that I never cook something different for my kids. They eat what I eat. And that's also super important that I am teaching you all to do that as well. I love these questions that are coming in. They are great. One of the questions I keep getting is this program for beginners? Yes, you saw that if you have a leg workout and your legs are sore, you can use body weight. That is the beauty of strength training, my friends. Literally, it can work for anyone. If you're a beginner, let's start with body weight. Let's start with light weights. If you are somebody who's been lifting and or working out or doing cardio, but you're plateaued, it's time to fricking put the pedal to the metal. Let me challenge you. Let's kick it up a notch. Let's go. That is the beauty. We track our workouts. We track our weights. So you know how to do this. Yes, you have access as me as your trainer. You can message me. I send voice messages. We have check-ins. I see when you finish a workout, the accountability is key. And honestly, the community of women in this program is something that you probably have not been like, ooh, I really need community in my workouts. A lot of times it's that missing piece. People come to me and they're like, oh my gosh, like I love this. I can't imagine my life without it. The one thing that every woman who does strong completes a full week per 8-week program, the one thing that they come back and tell me is this: I wish I would have joined sooner. I did so many challenges and I was on the fence. I wish I would have done it sooner. Yes. Yes, every single person tells me that. I wish you would have done it sooner too, because the more you delay doing this, the more you delay your results. So you give up today, you're like, I'm not going to do this. Then on Monday, you're probably back to searching YouTube for workouts, or you're going to join another challenge. I hate that. They just collect dust. And by the way, I'm in this industry. The challenges are not ever meant to be a full program. They're not meant to give you the full result. That is in the full program. They are meant to just give you a taste. So if you're someone who keeps signing up for challenge after challenge and you're not getting results, it's because all you're doing is getting small tastes of partial programs. That's what you're doing. No wonder why you're getting partial results or none at all. Real results come from a properly programmed strength training plan that you see to the end. A lot of times people say, what if I don't have time for 5 workouts? You know what? 3 workouts a week, 3 strength training workouts are going to get you results. I just like to give you 5 because I am all about giving you the best value possible. And what ends up happening is people start with 3 workouts and they're like, I like this. This is good for my mental health. This makes me feel good. This allows me to carve time out in my day. And it becomes such a lifestyle that my client, Sarah, who's been with me from the very beginning, she says, this has become a lifestyle when literally the first thing I do in the morning after I grab my coffee is simply open my app and look at the workout of the day. I don't even look ahead anymore. I just open it up, go to my basement, and know exactly what I have to do. You don't have to look ahead. You don't have to worry about, is my workout there? Am I working the right thing? Should I be working shoulders today? Oh my gosh, should I be doing HIIT today? Did I work that leg yesterday? What should I do today? It's done. That is how you should be working out. By the way, I think I said this before, I'm going to say this again. When I program an 8-week session, it's not random. I literally write out on my dry erase board every single exercise that we're going to do. Every single exercise that we're going to do in the program. And then I put it into my week. And then I figure out, okay, we're hitting the shoulder in this many times, but we're hitting each shoulder muscle how many times? And did we hit the front delt or the rear delt? You're like, if I just lost you, I understand. You are not meant to do this. You're not a trainer. I don't expect you to know all the ins and outs. I don't expect you to know, should I be working the glute in the lengthened or the shortened position? By the way, if you're not working every area of the glute in your program, then you're going to have muscle imbalances. That's the other thing, my friends. This program is not just about changing your body. We are also doing functional movements that's going to prevent you from injury, help you as you age. Our client, Alyssa, had to have foot surgery, one on one foot and then one on the other foot later. Both times she said, my goodness, I am so glad we do single leg work because I had to be on one leg for a period of time as I was recovering. And I had to get off the toilet on one leg. So it was so important that we are strength training in different planes. We are strength training unilaterally. We are doing it all in the correct way. There is nothing that gets forgotten in my program. Nothing. And you don't have to guess anymore. I know that you are a busy woman. You have a lot on your plate. You probably outsource a lot of things in your life. And if you don't, you need to start. It's going to make your life a hell of a lot easier. So I want you to outsource this to me. It's no longer something on your mind. You simply just show up. Give me all you have for 40 minutes every single day, and it will literally change your life. Do not wait. I don't want you to be that woman who says, I wish I would have started sooner. 40 minutes. The other question I'm getting is this for women of all ages? Yes, I know I market to 40 plus because I'm 40 myself. I get that. And there's that generation of women who we've been trying to do too much cardio. We've been trying to do what we did in our 20s and it's not working anymore. And it doesn't work because our body is not what it was in our 20s. So why do we actually expect for something that we did when we were 20 or 30 years old to work when we are now in midlife and we do have hormones that are changing? Your habits must match what is happening with your hormones. And I am here to teach you exactly how to do that. So that's why I market to those people. But I will say this, if you're younger than 40, oh my gosh, if I would have stopped with the running endless nonsense miles at 30 and just been strength training, or if I would have given up my endless group exercise classes that I was teaching and just been strength training, if I would have done that instead of wasting my time, I would have saved so much time and energy thinking, oh my gosh, how do I fix this problem? Because when I was doing that, I ended up becoming really exhausted. Cravings were out of control. I messed up my hormones. By the way, I messed up my hormones before my hormones even started to change because I was doing too much of that. I had to figure it out. And I wish I would have just been doing strictly strength training and walking because I would have saved so much time and energy. So if you're somebody who's young, figure it out now. But the same goes to if you're older. Is it too late? No, it is never too late to change what you're doing, number one. It's never too late to get healthy. And I would actually say, then you literally better start now. You literally cannot wait another day. Waiting another day, waiting another week, waiting till February, waiting till you have more time, waiting till you're not going on vacation, you're just delaying. And what happens if something happens to your health within that time and you can't? You better take care of your body now before you're forced to take care of your body later. I love this quote. I've seen this on the internet a lot, and it's, you can pay for your wellness now, or you can pay for your sickness later. What do you choose? I had this conversation with my husband at the beginning of the year. I said, is there an option for our health insurance to do catastrophe only? Literally, because besides an EpiPen, I have a son with allergies. We don't go to the doctor. We are super duper healthy people. We eat healthy. We get outside. We exercise. I know what I'm doing and what I'm teaching you all to do through strength training, through nutrition. It's going to pay you for years to come. It's going to give you back your time. Literally, you're not going to be thinking about this anymore. You're going to save time by driving to the gym. You're going to save time by searching for workouts. The other thing is, I'm going to give you back years of your life. If you start strength training now, I promise you, 10 years from now, you're going to be so glad that you did it. Science tells us that there is a correlation between metabolic health and your brain and dementia. I'm pretty certain that those metabolic issues that people see in their 40s and 50s, they are going to rear their ugly head in your 60s and 70s. 100%. I lost my mother-in-law when she was 63 years old, very suddenly. It has really taught me that life is short. And I don't know about you, but I want to live my days well. Period. The end. I want to live my days well. Not that my mother-in-law did not live her days well. She was the most joyful, wonderful person in the world, but it has made me believe that you never know when your last day will be, but you better believe that I don't want to spend any day not being able to move well, not being able to take care of my body, not be able to run with my kids, not to be able to go throw a baseball with my boys, not be able to go past the volleyball with my daughter. I don't just want it when I'm 40. I also want it when I'm 60. Somebody asked me, what's your vision for, 15 years from now? That's kind of crazy to think about. But I'm going to ask you too. What's your vision for 15 years from now? Do you have a picture in your head? I do. That means my daughter will be 27 years old. She might be dating, she might be married, I don't know. I have this vision that I want my family to be skiing in the mountains. I want to be able to physically do that. 15 years, I will be 55. And my kids are going to be good. I want to be able to keep up with them. So if you're on the fence, I want to ask you this. What do you have to lose? Are you going to go back to doing what you were doing before this? Because that clearly wasn't working. If that was working, you wouldn't have signed up for this. So you want to change what's stopping you from taking that next step. Make a change. Let's work out together. Muscle matters. And we're going to do exactly that. It's not just going to change you physically. It's going to change you from every aspect. It's not just going to change you 8 weeks from now. It's going to change you a year from now. It's going to change you 10 years from now. Every bit of muscle you put on your body in midlife, 100% matters. So today's phrase is, I like my coffee black. Thank you for joining the walk and talk. I know it was kind of all over the place today. We talked about what I eat for breakfast. We talked about why you should strength train. We just talked a lot about life, because really exercise to me and strength training to me is the vehicle that helps you live your best life. And I want you to do exactly that. So I hope you will join for 8 weeks of strong and send me, I like my coffee black. Have a great day.